From WC Studios in Eddiefield, Kentucky, it's time for another episode of the RPC's Evolution Survivor Strategy. Tonight, we welcome the king. That's right, the man who kind of evolutionized the next era of Survivor, Russell Hantz, as he finds idols without clue, plays those mind games, and just plays just a great game that I will develop, that we will talk all about. Let's get into it. Let's talk. It's about talking about the Hantz era. Your host, Darth. Hello, Easy Nation. Welcome to another episode of Darth Easy's Evolution of Survivor Strategy. Alright, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying things going on right now. So yeah, we're getting right into another episode of the Evolution of Survivor Strategy. Survivor Samoa is definitely one of those seasons that I love rewatching, and a lot of it has to do with Russell Hantz, because Russell Hantz, I mean, I've talked about it. I think I talked about it in the first chapter where we had Richard Hatch. Richard Hatch really started the ball rolling for Survivor Strategy. His idea of alliances and how Richard Hatch was ahead of the game so far at that time and completely developed what would become future Survivor strategies. And I think Russell Hantz is probably one of the second most important people to ever play Survivor. I think Russell Hantz's game style, it was so ahead of what we would see in future season Survivor. Other players would model their games after Russell. I mean, someone like Tony would not win twice if it wasn't for Russell playing that one game. And so we'll talk about all that and more on this episode of Evolution Strategy. So let's get right into it. So we have Samoans. We have 20 people coming at the end of this season, divided between 10 members each. And you can't really talk about the season without talking about Russell pretty much the entire time, so I'll get into it. Basically, Galoo dominated the game. Galoo went from 10, they lost 2 members. They lost, I forget what the girls, Yasmin, and then they lost Russell, and Russell was due to medical evac. And, you know, if he did not get taken out, this game probably ends very differently, because he was really the glue that held that tribe together between him and them losing Eric early in the game at 12. But what Russell did was he took out every strong player on that tribe. He took out the Marissas. He took out the Betsies. He took out the Lizzes. And the whole idea of it was, if I keep these people weak, keep them weak in the minds, I can completely run them like sheep. Did that probably hurt him when it comes to the challenges? It probably did. But you know, the way he was able to bend these people to his will is very impressive to watch. And so we get to the merge. So with the merge, this is the first time in Survivor history the merge takes place at 12. So that was very interesting to see a 12-person merge, because we're like, oh, they've never merged that much. The highest they've ever merged up to this point was 10. So we had a 12-person merge. And Russell's he's showing the idol to people. And also, I forgot to mention, he finds idols without clues. I mean, the thing is, they started hiding the idols a lot easier to find without clues. But people are just like, oh, there's not an idol unless we see a clue. Russell's like, I'm going to look for these idols even if I don't have clues. I'm going to look at landmarks. I want to look at all this stuff. And it worked. He found that first idol without a clue. He shows the idol to people to kind of gain trust. You know, we've seen that strategy used before. And then, you know, it gets to 12. They all know Russell has the idol. Once they get to the merge, they know Russell has the idol because he showed it to Laura, he showed it to Monica. So they want to fake Russell out, but really vote out Jason. But Natalie turns the vote. She's like, why don't we take out Eric? He's a bigger threat. He's causing mistrust between you Galoo members. Y'all have 8. You lose Eric, you still have 7. You can still take out us Foas. It worked. And really, that was a pivotal moment of the game, because if Jason goes out at 12, I don't see Russell and all them making it all the way to the end. So getting Eric out at 12 was a pivotal moment. And then the second moment was when Russell finds that second hidden immunity idol. They're all like, oh, he doesn't have the idol. John's like, wow, I don't know, we might want to vote out for someone else. And they don't do it. Russell plays that idol, and it's one of the the greatest moves, iconic moments in Survivor history is when he plays that idol, and they vote for Kelly, and Kelly goes home. I mean, it's just a great icon moment. I mean, that line where he's like, I ain't finished playing just yet. Keep hope alive. And Kelly goes. Then we get to 10. Russell lies to John, saying like, "Oh yeah, you vote with us, avoid a tie. We'll vote out Foa." And Russell's like, I can't vote out Foa. I gotta get rid of John. I mean, that's just part of the game. That's just part of the outwitting part of the game. And then you just see basically it all kind of goes bam, bam, bam. Russell dominated the game, and did Russell deserve to win the season? Absolutely. It's just like we talked about bitter juries before when we talked about Survivor All-Stars. And Russell definitely deserved to win the game. But that's the thing. That's another part of Survivor is jury management. And Russell just did not have good jury management. I think, like I said at the beginning of this episode, with like when I talked about Richard Hatch and I talked about Russell was early. If Russell played in modern day Survivor and he played the way he did, dominated the game, got to the finals, Russell wins the game. I truly believe that because the juries aren't as bitter as they have been because people actually respect the game more than what they did back then. Russell wins the game in 2020. But Russell doesn't win. But without Russell, you don't see these top players like Nick or Tony or Jeremy. You don't see that kind of style of play. So Russell really, what I would consider, evolutionized the game of Survivor into this is what the episode is called. It's the Hantz era. Russell Hantz completely dominated this game, and I just, it's sad to see he lost, but you have to give it to Natalie. Natalie knew her strategy. I need to stick close to this guy. He's going to make everyone so angry. No one's going to want to vote for him, and I want to be that little sweet Southern Belle and win the game. Gotta give it to her. That was her strategy. She played it well and definitely deserved the win in that sense. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. A short episode because there's not much to talk about. I mean, Russell definitely deserved to win. His gameplay was just phenomenal to watch. Look forward to rewatching it again when I get to Heroes vs. Villains season 20. Man, we're halfway there. We're almost halfway there on this rewatch of Survivor. Guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Evolution of Survivor Strategy. I hope you guys click that like button, subscribe, see more, tell your friends about Easy Nation. Until next time, all too easy.